gotta see this. I have to see this. Where's the video at? So apparently a wife got divorced from her husband because she donated all of their money to a streamer. So I kind of want to see this. I think this is going to be really funny. We have to. I feel like this is going to be like the most hilarious thing ever.
There's a
Yes.
phenomenon where some viewers get so parasocially latched onto a streamer, like more so than a new.
Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting another guy or so to kind of like do it to a female, but apparently it's a woman who basically donated to the streamer.
Their mother's titty, that they will actually carve out pieces of their paycheck solely for their favorite streamer.
You can save 50 pounds per person.
And it gets to such an extreme degree in some cases that some viewers will even donate all of their money to their favorite streamer. And I'm not saying that as an exaggeration, it has happened multiple times. Of course, it's not the most common thing in the world, but the fact that it's happened at all, and more than once, should be enough to have you scratch at your chinny chin chin and go, It's just so weird. A year ago, I covered the story of the man in China who donated all of his money and all of his family's savings to the tune of $550,000 to a streamer just so she would call him bro.
That's crazy.
Brother, every streamer on the planet will call you bro for free. But he wanted that. It was so special and so important to him that he ruined his life and jeopardized the future of his family just to send all of that money to that streamer to hear her refer to him as bro. It's fucking insanity. Like, it's actually unbelievable. And you know what else is unbelievable? Our cheeky Black Friday sale offer. 20% off of all of our soaps using any creator code. Go to usecheeky.com right now and get the best soap in the universe. Anyway, this is the reason why I'm yapping about this topic again here today.
Who's the streamer anyways?
A woman in China had donated all of her and her husband's money to her favorite live streamer that she was obsessed with. This one is just diabolical. I just have to talk about this. It is so outrageous. It sounds like it's just a made up...
Let's see. So a man in central China has filed a divorce after learning his wife blew their life savings on a male streamer, sending him 670,000 yuan, around 94K USD, and leaving the family deep in debt. Mr. Liu from Zhengzhou spent 8 years living frugalously and funneling nearly all his income to his wife, hoping to give her a sense of security. According to the South China Morning Post, he saved 1.16 million yuan, or 163K USD, during that time, all of which he entrusted to her. But when he recently asked to check the account, his wife refused, raising suspicions. She later broke down and admitted the money was gone. Oh my... Wait, what? So he saved 163K. All that money, saving all that money, and your wife decided to spend it on a streamer, man. That's crazy to see that.
Plotline in a Hallmark movie for the sake of conflict, but it's real apparently. A man in central China has filed for divorce after learning his wife blew their life savings on a male streamer, sending him $94,000 and leaving the family deep in debt. We're gonna take a breather here for
but then it says like he saved about like 163 USD, or 1.16 million anyways. He had like, so like, so did she donate it like 94K, or did she donate the entire 163K? Some had to go through expenses? Okay, I see.
For a second to really
what kind of
expenses,
though?
$94,000 she sent of her and her husband's money to this stranger who she became obsessed with through watching his streams. This is already very different than the others of its kind because it is a woman who is now donating all this money to a male streamer because she is obsessed with it.
But this is not the first... Well, I wouldn't say this is like the first time as in like the streamer or so, but like there was a girl who also spent all of her college funds to get C6 characters in Genshin Impact. I think she spent her dad's credit card or or her, basically her college fund or whatever, on something similar to that or so. Her college funds basically to getting C6R5 Zhongli, if I remember correctly, you know. No, that's a guy. I'm talking about a female.
Normally, the meme is like the desperate, lonely, virgin loser is throwing cash and cum at his favorite female streamer's stream to try and get her attention so she'll fall in love with him and be his romantic partner for life, and he bankrupts himself in that pursuit. And while that has happened in the past, this is very, very different, and it is heartbreaking for the husband in this story here. The husband spent 8 years living frugally and funneling nearly all of his income to his wife, hoping to give her a sense of security. This guy was literally living and breathing to try and, like, make his wife comfortable and happy. So all of his money that he was earning through being very cost conscientious and everything that he was working
This is what I always have to say every single time. If you're gonna donate, that's fine. You can donate if you want to support, you know, the channel, or you know, or do a membership or so on YouTube, or you know, subscribe to the Twitch channel or anything like that. It's fine. You can do that and everything like that. But as long as like you have money for yourself to pay your bills, to pay your shit, if you don't have enough money, or if you want to you know, buy a video game or something, because like, you know, video games are expensive now these days, right? I'm like, just spend it on that, you know, just do that, you know. I'm not gonna go anywhere or anything like that, you know. You know, just buy your game or pay your bill, or maybe you want to get something to eat or something, you know, go get something to eat, and that's pretty much it.
He was letting his wife hold, but his wife unfortunately was viewing this money as the streamer's money that she just had the privilege of giving it to him. Like, basically, she didn't even view this money as theirs. Basically, she viewed this as her holding that streamer's cash, and she couldn't wait to give it all to him. It's fucking concerning.
Pay your bills.
It is alarming.
Stupid.
According to South China Morning Post, he saved $163,000 during that time, all of which he entrusted to her. But when he recently asked to check the account, his wife refused, raising suspicions, and she later broke down and admitted the money was gone. Fucking devastating. That is tragic. Not only is all the money gone, but your wife is so obsessed with another man that she's never met or anything. And it is confirmed in this report that they have never met offline. At least
gone.
Allegedly, I suppose. But she is so obsessed with another man that she is willing to give all of your money, all of your hard-earned clams that you were entrusting to your wife, whom you love and want to share this beautiful future with together. All of that is now vanished because she wanted to give it to some other guy. Now, of course, this would still be tragic even if she was giving it to somebody else for an entirely different reason, like she just really likes Queso's streams and he was struggling during egging on, so she donated all of her and her husband's money to Queso cheering him on. That would still be a universe collapsing moment. But the fact that she was doing it to another streamer whom apparently she was so obsessed with, and I imagine in a romantic way based on how all of this reads, that is just another layer of gut-wrenching. It's just so fucking awful. Out of the 1.16 million yuan, she tipped 670k to a male live streamer she followed obsessively.
Whoa. She couldn't explain where the rest of the money went? So we're telling me, so she did actually spend 160k. So she actually did spend 160k. What the fuck? She also borrowed money? Oh my god, oh my lord, they've been married for 8 years.
She couldn't explain where the rest of the money went. On top of that, she had borrowed another 11.2k from online lenders, pushing the family into debt.
That's
this is the
crazy.
husband. Lou said he lived in a bare bones rental costing 42 USD a month while sending nearly every spare cent home. His wife has been a full-time caregiver for their
Oh my
child since they married
God,
8 years
dude.
ago. Yep.
So you're telling me he wasn't even living at home or anything like that? He was basically living somewhere else and sending the money back to her for the kid and her? Wow, dude, that fucking sucks, dude. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. This will break a man down to nothing, Christ, man. Yeah, that's why he filed a divorce to her, so
She cared more about that live streamer than her own child and husband, putting them all into debt, ensuring that this family was going to have a very hard time raising this child because they now have nothing. She was so fucking obsessed that she sent them into financial oblivion here
That's
just for a
crazy.
crumb of attention from this live streamer.
that's crazy.
It's sickening. Like, it's actually just despicable. I've been saving money on food and expenses and offered all my money to her. However, she gave the money to another man, he told Hinin TV, adding that he felt stabbed in the back and no longer loved her.
Oh my God, my poor man got cucked. Goddamn, she did. Yep, she definitely sent money to the guy she's obsessed with. So basically my man got cucked. He got put in a cuck chair.
That sounds about par for the course. That is the ultimate betrayal, and it makes sense that he would fall out of love with her following this revelation. The wife admitted she became obsessed with the streamer. Chat logs reportedly showed her asking him to call her baby, though she insisted they never met offline. With the savings wiped out and 80,000 yuan in debt, Lu now plans to recover half of the couple's common property before filing for divorce. Just crazy. I hope he gets whatever he needs here in order to rebuild his life, because it's basically starting from scratch now thanks to her. I also hope she doesn't get to keep the child. I hope he gets full custody, because clearly she can't be trusted with the welfare of another human being, considering she was willing to spend all of their money on a complete fucking stranger just so he'd call her baby. Like, that is not a mom.
True.
That is a terminal gooner. So hopefully, I'm rooting for the husband in this case.
She's
Based
a
on all
gooner
available
now.
information, it seems like this should be a slam dunk for him. But man, I don't even know where you go from this point forward in his shoes. That's so fucking tough. It's heartbreaking.
Dude.
And in stories like this, I always wonder if the streamer ever gets made aware of it. I understand there's no obligation for the streamer to like give the money back, but I feel like if the streamer in this case heard what happened and what was actually going on, I imagine he'd probably want to help the guy here, at least in some capacity, right? You would think. Because, I mean, come on, if you boil it down, this is the guy's money that was being distributed like Johnny fucking Appleseed by his wife without him ever even knowing it. So you basically got your hands on some other guy's money that he never even knew he was missing in the first place. That's gotta feel terrible, right? Like, I don't know, I just feel like if the streamer knew, he'd probably want to at least give some of it back. Like, I imagine he's not going to have all $94,000 still readily available or anything, but I just imagine if they knew, they would probably want to help. And that's how I feel about a lot of these cases, like the last one we covered, I suppose, with the hundreds of thousands of dollars donated to that female streamer. I imagine if she ever knew, she'd probably want to give it back too.
I don't know about, depends on the streamer, to be honest. Most of the time they will not return the money, so
I don't know, but I never really hear about that happening, so I'm guessing they never even catch wind of it, or I guess maybe they don't care. That's also equally possible. I just have to imagine with that amount of money, you would know a little something about the person donating it, especially if they're asking you to call them baby. I would think that there'd probably be some kind of knowledge on who's behind that account. Like, for example,
they probably already spent it. Probably.
It was probably
I
like
wouldn't be
2016,
surprised.
2017. Someone donated $31,000 to me. The first thing I did was try and reach that person to find out who the fuck this was, because that could have been someone that was about to take their own life and just giving all their money away, which is fucking terrifying. Or it could have been someone that's making an extremely financially irresponsible decision that's ruining their life. Or it could genuinely be a multimillionaire that's just throwing around money because it doesn't matter to them anymore.
Yep.
That third thing happens occasionally in the streaming space where some fucking crazy, like, wumbo rich person just donates a lot of money willy-nilly for fun. And in the case of that moment, that was the case, that person was the CEO
Instead, they don't do that around here though. So not around here, not in these parts, anyways.
of a pretty large company overseas, and I talked to them pretty extensively for a little while, offering multiple times to send that money back, because even still, that is just way too much to just be giving away.
Yeah,
But
it
the point
would
I'm
make me
making
feel
is,
uncomfortable too.
I feel
as
like in
well.
most cases, when a donation number gets that high, this crazy, you'd probably at the very least be curious enough to know who's, Scrooge McDuck over here tossing around
True.
all this meat, right? So I just feel like you'd probably know a little something about the person. So when a story like this breaks, like,
Yeah, that's why I also felt weird or so when like Scrap Dono or so. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like asking so many fucking questions
Not
and
going
everything.
to lie, I'm keeping that shit. LOL.
Like literally, I was asking so many questions on Scrap or so. I was like, do you have enough? Do you want me to return it back? You gotta pay bills. Did you pay your bills? Do you want to buy something else?
I think you would probably catch wind of it, but I don't know. I guess not. I just feel really bad for the husband. Like that's kind of the meat and potatoes of it. Like I just really hope
I ask many
he's able
questions.
to rebuild his life after what his wife fucking
I
did
ask
to him.
a lot
It's
of
just
questions.
terrible. I'm wishing him and his child the best. That's really about it. So yeah.
That fucking sucks though. I ain't gonna lie.
Nor
to be
go
honest.
in debt for co and ruin your life.
There's a phenomenon.
That's crazy though, honestly. Wild, dude. Instead of it being a guy this time donating to a female streamer, it's a female donating to a guy streamer. All right, well, at least that happened, But also at the same time, we've also had similar situations where a girl would be spending absurd amount of money in a gacha game, which one of them is Genshin Impact. So it has happened multiple times. So just saying. So it's not just guys just overly spending being a gooner. Also females spend overly to be a gooner as well. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. Donating not even her own money. Exactly. She didn't even use her own money to donate. Genitals don't matter when it comes to parasocial mental illness. That's true. That's true. They can be their fake boyfriend or whatever. It's always nice seeing a female rise in a male dominated space, i.e. simping. I just think they're just gooning. They're just gooning out. That's it. I just think they're a bunch of gooners. But yeah. Anyways. So weird. So weird indeed. But at least it's a female this time. So anyways. That's the end of the video. Goon maxing, but not the Italian mob kind. Yep, goon max. They are goon maxing. They're gooner maxing. So that's the end of the video. And